Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 19th to the 30th, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Aquarius. So let's see the energy that we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Right here. So we have the King of Wands and we have the Chariot. This is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the Chariot represents Cancer energy. So it can just be a warning against those two signs, which if we're going to look at things really kind of straightforward, that's what it's saying. But it's also saying here, do not let somebody take the reins over how you want to proceed forward, especially within your own career. And there is going to be somebody here who's just wanting to hijack that. It's your career or what you are really focusing on, what you give your time, your energy to. Career, kids, home, it doesn't matter what it is. This is a person who's going to try and tell you that they know best. And this isn't a person who necessarily has your best interest at heart. They have this obedience to them. It's kind of like they want to train you to do better. And it's like, you know, you're not a dog. It's weird. So just be very mindful about this. It moves us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the heart chakra and this is forgiveness. Opening up the heart and saying I forgive is a huge part of growing as a human being. Now this forgiveness isn't necessarily saying, okay, I forgive those who have hurt me, though we can very well do that. It is also saying I forgive myself. I forgive myself for being naive, too young, you know, for thinking the best of this person, for the mistakes that I have made, for the missteps that I have taken in my life, for being human. And as we embrace forgiveness, we start to see ourselves moving forward, more towards success and more towards prosperity. So let's look at what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. I like this. So where we are right now is at a very emotional spot. We have the Ace of Cups right in the center. And so this is what we're embracing. This is who we are. So this is a sense of emotional growth, emotional healing. There's an opening up of a door. But just know, Aquarius, that this time is much more sensitive than maybe we even want it to be. So acknowledging our emotions, acknowledging what we desire, opening up our hearts, that's going to be just absolutely important for us. Now, the challenge that we have is being in the moment and celebrating ourselves. We're going to be pushing ourselves off to the future. We're going to be looking at the past. We're going to be trying to line things up exactly right. We're also going to be very, very harsh on ourselves and not able to really take in our successes. So that's going to be something to be aware of. It moves us then to what we're focusing on, and this is the King of Cups. This is us taking the gift of the Ace of Cups, which is brilliant, right? The cups represent water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So if you're born on the cusp with Pisces, or if you have strong water sign energy within your chart, you're definitely taking this time to say, this is what I love, this is what I need, this is how I'm moving forward for me. The King of Cups also is very personally focused. So when I see the Queen of Cups as helping others by example and action, and always lending out a helping hand, the King of Cups also does that, but he's a little bit more removed. I just see him as more quote unquote masculine energy coming forward, and he says, I will lead by example. I will embrace my heart the best that I can, and as I embrace my heart, as I move myself forward in love and caring and compassion, doors open, the power changes, and I start to see me more. So this is us where we are right now. It's like, okay, what we're focusing on is like, okay, I have to get me moving forward as best as I can before I can even start to help everybody else or anybody else. And it's also saying here, I get me moving forward, and then I get to embrace what I love, what I want, what I desire, and I can help people if they come to me. But it's not my job to, I don't mean this to sound callous, and it's going to, but it's not my job to save the world. Because what we're going to do is we're going to try and save everyone. And I'm just seeing like the back breaking, like it snaps, like your back can go out, all right? Or, I'm just seeing like the back breaks. It's just too much weight. It's too much pressure that we're putting on ourselves. So be aware of this. It moves us to our past, and this is the Emperor. What our past has been showing us here, Aquarius, is how to really stand in our voice and in what we desire. Now, this can be very strong masculine energy coming forward, somebody who has passed on to the other side, coming forward and saying, you know what, you know how to stand up for yourself, you know how to take the reins, do so. That's why we're being very much warned against letting somebody else take the reins for us, letting somebody else guide us or, maneuver us in a way that, doesn't feel right to us. We're also looking at our determination, our focus. The past has been training us. It has been guiding us. It has been sculpting us. And what we're going to see is that now with that, we look back at our past. It's not going to be like, oh, why did I do this wrong? Why did I do that wrong? It's going to be, oh, okay, I see me. Oh, I get why I did this. Oh, I see why I'm doing this. And we're going to start to see ourselves as so much stronger than we ever had realized before. And it leads us to our strength, and that's the Hermit. The Hermit is Virgo energy. It's turning inward. It's being enlightened. But it's also saying to the rest of the world, okay, you know what? You have your shouting matches, you're this, you're that. That's great. But I need the quiet of seeing me. I need the insight of seeing me. Virgo is also ruled by Mercury, and I see Mercury coming through very, very strongly here. The voice, the questions, the idea, the way that we speak, the way that knowledge is, ping-ponged off of us, or we obtain this knowledge. So embracing this is going to be very important. It's going to be very insightful. We have here also with this strength of turning inward, this sense of, okay, well, now I see what's important to me, or now I see what I need to focus on. It's kind of like by turning inward, we can start doing projects maybe that are very, very quiet. We can take up knitting or crocheting if we want to, or we can do sewing, or, just something, or wood carving, something that is very quiet and very detailed. And it's telling us to take it slow and go step by step, and to see and to kind of test our own patience. It moves us to our near future, and this is the Six of Coins. The Six of Coins is things coming into balance. The Six of Coins is also seeing where things need to come into balance within our lives. What part of our life are we feeding, and what part of our life are we not? Where do we feel overwhelmed? Where do we feel, overburdened? That's going to be very important, and our strength is going to be this give and this take that is coming forward, that is guiding us. It moves us to our approach to this situation. We want everything to happen really, really quickly. Our approach is going to be, let's get this done. I have 8 minutes. Let's do this type of thing. Or I have 8 days. Let's go. And Spirit's saying, move more slowly, but also acknowledge your need for speed. Acknowledge the need to get things progressing, to get things moving, because that is important, because things can just stagnate. So here with the Eight of Wands, there is a sense that things speed up, but also you come into insight, you come into ideas, you come into understanding with more fervency, with more knowledge, with more of a sense of like, yes, this is where I need to be than we have been before. It leads us to what we need to know. We need to know that the veil is being lifted from our eyes. We need to know that we are so much more insightful, that we are so much more powerful than we have thought we were. And so as the veil is lifted, we see ourselves. We see what we need, we see what we want, we see what we desire, but we're also seeing others for who they are, not for who they want us to believe they are. So you can have a person talking to you, or you can have a friend or family member or whomever, colleague come up, and all of a sudden you start to see them differently because you're not seeing them in the way that they are simply presenting themselves or the way that they desperately want to be seen. You're seeing who they really are. And that might be very incongruous to what they are wanting to project. It moves us then to our hopes and our fears. This is the Knight of Wands. We hope to be able to move forward. We fear that we can't. We really do. We fear that we're not going to be able to get to the place that we want to be. And it's going to be very overwhelming for us. So our hope is to charge forward, is to go after things. But because we are the air sign energy, okay, air sign energy, fastest moving knight. Wands, second fastest moving knight. When we have the Eight of Wands coming in, we want everything faster, faster, faster. Because we are so used to having things move air quick, having things move so quickly, we can be a little bit frustrated by this, but also a little bit like it's not coming into focus the way that I want it to. And so our hope is that we're able to kind of get everything like a lightning bolt and be able to push that forward, be able to have such insight and illumination. We fear that we're not going to be able to get to the place that we want to be and to have things move forward the way that we really need them to. It brings us to our potential future, which is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is choices being made and seeing the choices that we have made that have propelled us forward in a good way, in a bad way, but also in a sense of what are the dreams that we have buried? What are the things that we have held back on? Where is it that we need to be? Why is it that we need to be there? What is it that we're looking for? Our potential future is really opening up our eyes and seeing the bigger picture. Something is being revealed to us. Something is coming into focus that hadn't before. And we're also starting to say, okay, how far can I push myself? Like, how hard can I push myself? And why? Why am I so hard on myself? Why am I so intense on this? What is it that I need? Or why is there a block around here? And because we are trying to move forward so quickly, but also because we do have such a healing and such an introspection coming forward, and we do have such an energy of, okay, let's look at this. Let's look at our strength. Let's stop discrediting ourselves. All of a sudden, there is so much change that is guiding us. And it's like, okay, what are the choices that I need to make to really open up the door and to really get myself to the place that I want to be personally? It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. This is the Six of Wands. I just say this is getting caught up in somebody else's campaign, somebody else's, way to move forward. This is a very forceful personality. I wouldn't be surprised if they have some fire sign in them, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's a force in them. There's a determination to them. There's a sense of you set your eye on the goal, you get it done, and you don't back up from that task until it is done. And we have to be very mindful of just getting swept up in their campaign, in what they're fighting for, in what they want. Our subconscious chakra energy is clarity. This is the third eye chakra. Our third eye is opening. We can see this very much from the energy of what we need to know. And it's that the High Priestess, our third eye, opens. We start to see things as they are, not as we want them to be or somebody else wants them to be. This is us becoming much more in tune with our own psychic abilities, with our own intuition, whatever you want to call it. But all of a sudden, it's like, okay, I see. And it can be very overwhelming for some of us. Some people don't like this. And some people will run from the High Priestess as quickly as they can. Now, some people overestimate their High Priestess abilities. That's true. Like, you have two sides of the coin. But what we have here is we have the third eye chakra opening, and we have clarity coming in. Insight, ideas, understandings. And that's going to be one of the best tools for us to get us what we want, to open up the door to where we need to be. The clarity comes in. We start to see things with an honest integrity. And we start to say, okay, this is right for me, and this isn't. This is where I need to be, and this isn't where I need to be. So it then moves us, and we start to listen to our instincts more and more. And it moves us to our subconscious energy. And this is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is I still stand after all the battles that I've been through. We have in our past, we have, the god of war. We have Aries. Aries is the Greek god of war, right? Mars and Aries. Yeah, Aries is Greek. Mars is Roman. So here we have that energy moving forward, that very masculine, that very, determined, focused energy of the god of war coming forward. And it says to us, we still stand after all the battles, after all the doubts, after all the fears. Are we going to be swayed by everybody else? Are we going to have everyone else telling us what to do? Because the Nine of Wands is also this energy of everybody has an opinion, everybody has a way things should be. We need to stand in the way that we are right now, in what we desire for ourselves. And kind of build up a little bit of a wall between us and everybody else's opinion. There's such a strength that we're stepping into, Aquarius, but it feels like a weakness. It does, because and that's so funny to say, because it feels like if I step into this strength, if I step into this pure emotional understanding of myself, I make myself so much more vulnerable to the outside world, to those closest to me. If I see things as they truly are, then I can't hide away. And that's going to be something that is hard for everybody to swallow. No matter who you are, when these realizations come, they're very hard to come to terms with. But as we come to terms with them, and as we start to walk this path, it becomes just a calling. Ooh, goodness. It becomes a calling point for us. It becomes the way that we need to move forward for us. So this is a changing point in time. This really is. It doesn't feel like it, Aquarius. It feels like a bit of a vulnerable time. It feels like other people have stronger wills than us time. It feels like there are so many choices, and how do I move forward, and what is it that I really want? A questioning time. It doesn't feel like a time of profound strength, and yet it is. So don't doubt yourself, really, seriously, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, integrity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius. And may blessings always be with you.